Let's turn to Melbourne now. The situation there, 21 new locally acquired coronavirus cases have been reported during what is the city's 6th lockdown. That includes 4 mystery infections. 10 are linked to the Altaqua College, where the mystery outbreak began via a teacher. 3 are linked to Caroline Springs Square Shopping Centre and 4 to the Newport Football Club. 4 cases are not currently linked. A man from the city's inner north and 3 cases from 2 unconnected households in Glenroy. Victorian health authorities are also trying to trace dozens of passengers after 2 COVID-positive women flew to Melbourne with the wrong permits. Julia Bradley is with us live. Julia, why were they allowed through?
Well, Ash, there's clearly been some kind of oversight here, as you say. 2 Sydney women allowed somehow to fly from Sydney to Melbourne last Monday. That was on Qantas flight QF471, and they had the wrong border permits. We're told that they were on green zone permits. And of course, New South Wales is right now an extreme risk zone for Victoria. It begs the question exactly why these permits weren't correctly checked before these women set off for Victoria, but also exactly why they weren't turned around once we realised that they had the wrong permits here in Victoria, and also when they then tested positive to COVID-19. They were taken to hotel quarantine after landing in Melbourne because that was a late flight. It arrived at about 4 p.m. on that Monday. But the race is really on to trace those other passengers who may have been exposed to COVID because of these 2 individuals. 64 other passengers on that flight who are right now in quarantine. These 2 women have been fined more than $5,000 each.
Yeah.
Why did we not send them back to Sydney?
It was a fairly late arriving flight, so it was a 5 p.m. flight that arrived on Monday, probably about 6:30, I expect. I suspect there was no returning flight to put them back onto, so we do try usually to put them back on. Look, and I'm glad we did. In this particular case, hotel quarantine was the best place for them. We'd have done nobody a service by putting them on yet another plane and back into the Sydney community.
And Julia, importantly, more financial support has been announced for businesses today.
Well, Ash, it's not going to solve everyone's problem, but it is certainly some more assistance for these businesses that are hurting so badly because, of course, this is our 6th lockdown here in Victoria. We have heard from our state government that a joint financial package between the state and the federal government will be on the table. That's more than $300 million going to support 100,000 businesses in Melbourne, not in our regional areas, of course, because they have been released from lockdown. This all relates to packages that have previously been announced during other lockdowns, but this is essentially an extension of that support.